Tomorrow I plan to have a little bit of fun. When my parents step out of the house, I plan to go without warning and change the lock on our front door with one of these Schlage LiNK locks. Now these are available in different finishes and also available in different styles. The one that I got happens to be one that's just the Deadbolt. If you do not have a Deadbolt on your house, you can also get one where the same electronic lock is built into the handle. So you can kind of tell from looking at this that in order to unlock the door, you can either use a key or you can put in a combination and that will electronically unlock the door. Now in addition to that, this also comes with another device to get the lock connected to the internet. And once it's connected, then you can also use your phone to both remotely monitor the locks and remotely unlock them. Now the one thing I'll tell you, if you decide to use the internet feature, there is a monthly subscription fee for that, and it's $12.99 a month. So now I'm going to open this up to see what's in the box. To speed things along here, I went ahead and I removed the tape from the box, but I have not looked inside of it yet. So let's see what I find. Okay, so it looks like it starts off with some type of quick start guide. There's a lock itself. This lock is actually pretty heavy. It looks like there's a box that contains all the hardware bits for the lock. Okay, so it came with two 9-volt batteries. Let's say there's some other small bits of hardware for the lock. Let's see, there's more in here. There's 3 AAA batteries. And it looks like this is the Deadbolt lock itself. Now, let's see what's on the other side of the box. Okay, most important thing, we have the keys, but I'd actually say the keys are not really that important. I have an electronic lock of a different type on my house. I haven't used my keys within over 3 years. And I know someone would ask the question, well, what happens if the batteries go dead? Before the batteries go dead, the lock gives you ample warning, so I just make sure that I change them before that ever happens. Now it looks like this is also coming with an Ethernet cable, and this is for the part that connects to my router. And this is a piece that connects to the router itself, which will wirelessly communicate with the lock. In addition to the lock, this also came with one module for controlling a light switch within a house. Now, in addition to this, you can also add on to it, so there's other light switches and other pieces that you can get that can be controlled by this system. Okay, and what's in this box? Let's see. And this is a power supply for the part that connects to the router. And this is the interior facing part of the lock. It's also pretty heavy, though not as heavy as the other piece. Is there anything else in here? So no, it's nothing but empty space. And then the last thing I have is, what is this? This is just a little instruction manual for the light module. It's warning you can only use this light module inside, and it shows how to get it paired with a wireless communication system. So that's everything that's in the box. Now, of course, before I take this over to my parents' house to connect it, I want to make sure that I understand how it works. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get everything put together and try and operate it without actually having it connected to a door. So I'm putting this thing together. First part I'm starting off with is the part that is actually on the interior facing portion of the lock. As I mentioned before, this uses batteries. So after removing one screw, it looks like part of the battery compartment slides out. This is a part that takes 3 AA batteries, and there's also the space for the 9-volt down here. I'm not quite sure why this is taking 2 batteries, but it looks like I'm guessing both of these are required, so I'm going to go ahead and get the batteries put in there and then get this screwed back in place. Okay, so now I have the batteries in there. The screw that secures the batteries in place has been reinstalled. While I have this open, I know that there are going to be those that are curious as to how this part fastens to the door. It actually gets secured to the other part of the Deadbolt lock through these 2 holes on either side of where the locking mechanism comes through. And when it's time to switch the batteries, the screws that you'd actually be taking out are the ones on the top and on the bottom, because all those screws do is keep the faceplate within a correct spot. Okay, so I have the complete door lock put together. This is what it looks like off of the door. And one of the things that I like about this, unlike the one that I have, this one actually has backlit buttons, so it's easy to use at night. So the way that this would work, and I'm not going to let you see what the code is, but I would put in a code. And after I put the code in, then it engages the locking mechanism so that you can turn the lock to, of course, lock and unlock the door. Now, after it disengages the locking mechanism, somebody can turn this all day and it's not going to do anything. Now, the one thing I do not like about this is it looks like there's no way for somebody to lock the door without putting in the code. The one that I have in my house now, I like it because if I have a friend that's leaving, then as they're closing the door behind them, and yes, I will admit, I do not always walk my friends out the door. I allow them to walk themselves sometime. And when they are walking themselves to the door, they can walk right out, push the lock button outside the house, and that's it. The door will go ahead and lock and they can go on their way. So that's the one thing I don't like about this. Now I'm going to go ahead and set up the wireless components to this just to see how it works. So this shiny black thing, and I've already gotten my fingerprints all over it, but this is a wireless module for the lock. One of the things I guess this isn't so odd, is once you get to a certain part within the instructions, step 15 tells you to go to their internet site in order to continue. There's no instructions after that printed in the manual, which I guess makes sense since this is an internet-enabled device. Why not go ahead and put the instructions for it on the internet? So for step 15, before I can do anything with this, it's already warning me do not connect the battery, don't connect it to the AC power outlet until I've gone to the internet to register. So it looks like I'm going to need to go ahead and pull up my computer to do that before I continue on any further. So this is once again the communications module, or whatever it is that you call this thing. I've already gone to the internet site, set up my Schlage account. And after that, it had me to put in the MAC address of this unit. Put in a MAC address, and I've plugged it in, and now I can see that it's communicating because the link lights are flashing. And I still have no idea what these buttons are for. I guess I'll find out in a few moments.